What's going on, guys? Hazy here, coming at you with another comparison video today. Firstly, I just want to kick things off. I hope everyone has had a great Easter. I know I have. I've had my fair share of chocolate. I know my kids have had my fair share of chocolate. But nonetheless, I hope you guys have had a good Easter, and let's get straight into the video. In today's comparison video, we're going to be homing in on the exchange that 2K have brought in this year. We're going to compare it to the SBCs that FIFA have. See that we're on the exchange at the moment, and the one thing that you see here is there's a lot of players that I haven't completed. And the reason I say that, and I think a lot of you watching at home will agree, that none of these players are worth it. Like, I'm going to do this Luka just purely because he's a Mavs player and it's Luka. But he's probably the easiest to do. You need one Mavs player, one Ruby player, 3 Sapphires, 7 Bronze. That takes nothing. When we go to like this Lou Hudson, you need 4 Pink Diamonds, 8 Emmys. And then you need these original own, which where I think 2K have probably made the biggest mistake with the exchange this year. Original owned, like, yeah, I guess, look, I've got the Hawks players. Hey, I would have the Sapphire players. Diamond players, I don't have, because in my opinion, I haven't been locking in for tokens because I haven't needed them, and I just don't have cards laying in my club because I just sell them to generate more MT to do other things. And especially Pink Diamonds, like, you need to pull 4 Pink Diamonds, and even though that Pink Diamonds are becoming more and more common in packs, they're still not hard to, like, they're still not easy to pack. And when you do pack them, you either want to use them, do their XP, and then sell them on. So that straight away is a big flag for me that you need all these original own players. I can understand, I can see what 2K obviously tried to do here. They're like, okay, we'll give you this, but we still want you to open packs. So this essentially forces you to open packs, when the only people, in my opinion, who would probably get this Lou Hudson would be massive Hawks fans and massive Lou Hudson fans. And the same thing probably goes for this Rudy LaRusso. I mean, very similar sort of thing, very exact same requirements as the Lou Hudson. I actually didn't realize that until now, but still, the same thing. Like, I've probably heard that Lou Hudson is trash and you wouldn't use him. Rudy LaRusso, I think someone said he might have been alright, but at the end of the day, he's outdated in 2-3 weeks time. So, you don't see any value. Like, 4 Pink Diamonds that you have to pack, that's essentially, what are you looking at? Like, if you break it down and say you had the spot on pack luck, that's still 7 packs there that you have to open and hit. 7 packs minimum. So you're essentially looking at, this is going to cost you more than a 10 box, because if you were to do it from scratch, 20 Sapphire players, that's 20 packs, maybe 10 if you were to get lucky and get 2, and you have to get Lakers players as well. So there's a lot of packs that have to be opened for this. So this is essentially, you're essentially buying this card, which I think is wrong. Like, I don't see any of these player cards being any good. I've not heard anything good about them. They're more so fun, like maybe for limited some weekends, but at the end of the day, there's so many good budget options now. I think that this has definitely lost its flair after, I think it started really well. Like, the way that 2K started it was really good. Like, this was the first one that dropped, and this was like, people were like rushing out day one to try and get this Bob Cousy. And there was only 2 diamonds at the time, so he was expensive. And he was alright. Like, from what I heard, he was alright. Obviously, you can see that I've never used him, I've never had him. But at the end of the day, people were like, yeah, let's get him, let's try him, because he's like top of the tier at the time. And that was a good start by 2K. And the other thing they did is they offered you a diamond contract, a Hall of Fame badge. Like, those 2 alone were awesome, because you could open a Hall of Fame badge. You get a free Hall of Fame badge. Okay, well, let's not call it free, because you had to submit, what was it, like 40 odd badges. So I mean, like, the exchange was probably worth it if you got a good one, so it was like a hit or miss kind of thing. But if you opened a lot of packs, it wouldn't have been a problem for you. Same thing with, I believe it was a diamond shoe. You get shoes all the time. Boom, diamond shoe. And then the other one was the diamond contract, which everyone knows at the moment, diamond contracts are ridiculously expensive. It is absolutely crazy. And 2K offered that stuff at the start, and I looked at it and I was like, yes, this is just like SBCs from FIFA. But unfortunately, every season, all they've done is just drop a few more players. I honestly thought that each season, at the start of each season, they would have given us another Hall of Fame badge exchange, another diamond shoe, and another diamond contract exchange. That would be so much better. It'd be so much more fun. Every single season, you know you're getting it. For those people who try to invest, you know it's coming every month. There's going to be people that sort of don't click onto it. So you could just go pre-invest in everything. And then you could flip it all as soon as it drops. So you could essentially make MT out of that. You can use your the free stuff that you have sitting in the club doing absolutely nothing, that you would just either quick sell or get nothing for on the auction house. So it would put all that stuff to use, but they just aren't giving us that. So I think they've really dropped the ball after season 1 on the exchange. Sure, like I said, if you like some of these players, they're all well and good. I actually would have really liked to do this Steven Adams, but you could only do it by literally opening packs or getting lucky on the TTO board. So they made it real hard. Whereas at the end of the day, if they made this respectable enough that you didn't have to open packs, original owner stuff, I would have done this in a heartbeat, because people like to collect. But no one wants to collect a Lou Hudson. That literally takes all this to do. If this is an end game dark matter card, or even an close to an end game opal, like a Giannis or something huge, then we might see people do it. But Lou Hudson and Rudy LaRusso, I don't see the point in going for those. Yeah, like I said, I like this Luka because this Luka is dirt cheap and dirt easy to do, and he's a Mavs player. I like the Mavs. So for me, it's a collector's kind of thing there. If they had more of these, that's all well and good, because you can go and use these in limited. But I really have to give them an F for these opal exchanges. It was a cool concept, but obviously you'd literally just have to have original own stuff, which I think is a bit of a blow. When you look at this, there's so much potential for you to be able to benefit investment wise and get a cool player, but it's just been on the wrong cards. Emerald Kings players, when these dropped, I went and picked up some and I was able to flip a few quickly, but at the end of the day, Mike Bibby, no one wants Mike Bibby, so they just go back to their normal price. So little things like that, in my opinion, would just make the exchange so much better. Like I said earlier, I was really a big fan of the season 1 exchange, but after that, it's just gone downhill in my opinion. So we'll hop over now onto FIFA, and we'll go through some SBCs on FIFA, and we'll just give a bit more of a comparison of what I'm talking about and what I would like to see 2K take up on. So you can see that we're in the squad building challenges section, and we've got a few players here obviously to pick from. A lot of this we can't really compare to 2K because 2K have a very small database, has only been in the NBA and it has 30 teams, whereas the FIFA has a worldwide amount of teams. There's probably 20 teams in division. There's 4 divisions in the game in the Premier League, and that's 80 teams alone. So that's already one country alone is already bigger than the NBA. So it's a bit hard to sort of compare some of these challenges and whatnot. But one thing that does happen, they all have requirements, much like 2K. Nothing in here is original owned, okay? Which is already, like I was saying, a big W. Now we have a team rating required, and obviously we need 1 France player, as you might be able to see in the corner there. So this thing could be cool, for 2K to adapt. They don't have to take everything from this. I probably don't say this enough, that I don't want 2K to be just like this. I want 2K to learn from this and make everything better, because like I was saying, season 1 in the exchange was booming, and then after that it's just gone downhill. So obviously we have team overall requirements. this I think 2K could use, but literally, so we just chuck in players, and to get that team rating up, you need higher rated players. So in this case, if we needed an 86 rated team, we could be using 86s, 87s, 88s, and then some lower rated players, which then drives up the price of some of these 87s and 88s and whatnot. So you suddenly find that opening a pack and getting a random ruby suddenly isn't worthless anymore. It has some value to it. So you don't need to quick sell it. You can literally have it sit in your auction house and wait till it's needed. You can either then use it, or you can sell it on for an inflated price. So you can, like I was saying, you could make heaps of money from this in terms of MT, which would then relieve you needing to open any packs for A, MT, and B, for getting original owned players. So that right there is a huge start in terms of making the exchange better. The other thing that they offer right here, we see right here, and it's repeatable. Okay, so this is one thing that 2K haven't done so far, is they've brung in repeatable stuff, which is what I was hoping we would kind of see by getting a new Hoff badge, diamond shoe, diamond contract at the start of every season. Because if you obviously allow people to do that the whole time, everything's just too cheap and everything required is overinflated. So you'll see we've got an 81 to an 87 rated player pick. This, like an 87 rated player in FIFA, could be like 50k when the right SBC is out. But when the wrong SBC is out, it could be like 20k because it's just not a usable card kind of thing, if you get what I'm saying there. So it literally does drive the market up and down like crazy, and having SBCs like this to get a free player, and all I need to exchange is 11 players that are golds. That's it. 2 rares, nothing really to it. Not much really to it. And you could endlessly do this with your gold cards. So gold cards that you have that are just sitting there doing absolutely nothing, you can't be bothered quick selling them, you don't want to sell them because you won't get anything for them, and it's just time wasting, you can put them all in this. You get a free player back. You have a good chance at pulling a high rated player, which could go towards an exchange for a random card that you might just want to collect. Like, it literally could be a game changer. And I just think that 2K need to tweak what they've done this year and adapt a little bit more to this, and yeah, go from there. Like, I think it would be a huge improvement in the exchange. Like I was saying, this is the first year of the exchange, so I can't knock it too hard. Like I said, the start of the first season was absolutely fire. I think people enjoyed the exchange, but obviously since then it's just gone a bit downhill. Having so many requirements for original owned stuff, I think is just ludicrous. Whereas you look at all this stuff here that FIFA have, not one of them requires an original owned player. Sometimes you do need to do certain tasks to get a certain player to put into it, but once every now and then, that's not too bad. So, please 2K, just take a bit more knowledge from FIFA here, and let's make that exchange way better in FIFA, oh my god, in 2K22, guys. So that's going to end the video for today. I hope you did enjoy it. Just to give a quick little overview of what I'm trying to say here is basically, I love the exchange. I love the idea of the exchange. I loved the first season with the exchange, but since then, it's gone a bit stale, gone a bit sour, a little bit of a cash grab in my opinion. So all I'm really asking is just a bit of repeatable stuff to get maybe a few free packs every now and then, some more diamond consumables and Hall of Fame badge ones, because that just keeps the exchange lively, and it keeps people who want to try and make MT through investing on their toes. Like, you can make so much. There was literally dedicated groups for FIFA for people that make absolute bank on this. They never need to spend a cent on the game. Because like I say to anyone that knows me through streams, I don't really like the idea of MT selling and stuff, because it's against terms of service. But I'm not against people making endless amounts of MT, and if you take the exchange the right ways, you can do that. You can make MT of it, and you can also make the exchange so much more enjoyable. Let me know in the comments what you guys feel about this. Let me know what else you would like to see me compared to. And if you haven't, drop that like button, hit the sub button, and we'll catch you all in a video soon.